Welcome back, viewers. Today I'm going to be reacting to 6 wealthy teens versus 1 secret broke teen.
I am a wealthy teen.
I'm a wealthy teen.
I am a wealthy teen.
I am a wealthy teen.
I'm a wealthy teen.
I am a wealthy teen.
I am a wealthy teen.
What does everyone's parents do? My dad is a senior manager for
My dad's a slave owner.
a cool computer tech company. My mom works for NBC and my dad works for DirecTV.
I actually don't have a dad. My mom, when she was 35, she decided that she didn't need a man, and she went through sperm donation. She opened up a business for cancer patients for areola replacement and permanent cosmetics.
She said her mom was single, and a lot of single parents oftentimes struggle a little bit more. That's not the case for every single parent, but my mom's a psychiatric.
I'm not saying anything, but I've never met a gay poor person. It's just, I just never met a gay poor person. I mean, cause I really don't know what I was gonna say, but I never met a gay poor person. So, this guy is he definitely grew up rich.
Technician. My dad is a farrier, so he does horseshoes on horses.
My mom owns a beauty salon, so she does something similar to what your mom does. And then my dad, I don't know how to explain his job, but he's the manager of a school district. So.
You mentioned that your mom owned a hair salon. There's a possibility of that having unsteady income.
What cars do you guys?
Okay, she's income, so the word income, so she's definitely rich. Big words, big money.
And shy.
I have a Lexus, a BMW, and a Volvo.
Quick, think of rich cars. Lexus, which one? BMW, and the Volvo. Did I say it right? I don't know.
My mom drives a Tesla, and my dad has a kind of like a Jeep, but not really a Jeep. I don't really know what it's called.
My mom was driving a 2003 Dodge Ram with 200,000 miles on it, but she just got a Mercedes yesterday.
I live in a beach town. Cars aren't super important to us, but my dad is really into motorcycles, so he drives a motorcycle.
I own 3 BMWs, so my car, both my parents' cars are BMW. We're all BMW lovers, so.
Rich. Asian. A 15-second unskippable ad. Come on, man. Don't.
Airheads commercial.
Skip it. Skip.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to skip.
This is why we never get anything done.
With Airheads, you can't not play.
Oh, goodness.
Even in a skip ad.
Airheads have more fun.
The ad wasn't even skippable. Tiebreaker. It's June.
I moved a lot of places because my dad's really career driven. I grew up in Connecticut. I live really close to the beach and that's my passion. I grew up going on vacations every year. I'm very well traveled.
Vacations
if you want, I could talk about that. Do you want to hear or no?
Nobody cares about you.
We weren't always wealthy, so I don't know what else to say. We go on vacations a lot. I have aspirations to be a doctor. My parents have put me to be a doctor. They both went to college. We're really privileged.
You're probably the most poorest person I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't even lie. It's definitely June.
I was really quiet. So I think that's kind of what made everyone vote me out so easily.
So it was a tie last round. And just out of curiosity, what reason between June and I, did you think was inherently poor or low income? How did you judge that based off of knowing us for 5 minutes?
I think my dad always ingrained into my brain that people who drive motorcycles are really unsafe, and that's not a good decision to make. I'm okay, Dad.
So she's saying poor people? Well, yeah, I can see that. Poor people are kind of unsafe. Well, I mean, I'm not saying people are unsafe, but I'm saying like, I don't know.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you go to private school?
Yeah, I went to private school when I was younger, and then I moved to
course
public
you
school
did,
only
bro.
because like when I
That's
moved
it.
houses, there wasn't any
Asian.
like good
Right, it's 'cause-
private schools near me, and also I did like my public
She's
high school
Asian.
experience.
Do you go to public or private school?
Don't worry, I have an Asian token friend.
Like,
Okay.
I think prior to this year, I think I went to a lot of like stereotypically like rich kids schools. When I was in elementary, we were starting like iPad. We had like iPads in like first grade.
First of all, look at her attire, bro. I've never seen a poor person wear anything like that. That is. Sorry.
And then in third grade, we started having like Chromebooks. Like I have like a lot of friends from just like in a lot of different districts, and then they all were like they only started getting Chromebooks when they were in like 5th grade.
She kept talking about Chromebooks. I was like, is she trying to like take us to a different direction about Chromebooks? I was like, okay, I don't want to know about Chromebooks, so.
I went to East Catholic, which was a public school or private school.
So I go to a public school because my mom didn't want to drive me super far to go to private school.
Yeah, they were like,
But if you're rich, you don't care about gas. Or gas doesn't really affect you as much as a poor person. Huh. I don't know. The girl in the pink camo pants. It reminds me of what like a poor person would wear. The black girl, I think she grew up wealthy. Plus, I don't want to make assumptions.
like an hour away, and my mom was not allowed to drive me an hour for school.
So I went to an academy for middle school, and then now I'm in a public high school. It's close to the beach, and it has programs for the
Yes,
kind of
no.
stuff that I like.
You're at the beach all the time, bro. I'm gonna fart.
So I actually, make a lot of my own money by myself. My mom, she really wants
poor.
to
You're
stress
poor.
financial independence. So I'm actually a content creator. My main platform is TikTok, and I do a lot of fashion and modeling content. Last year I learned how to work with brands and make a lot of money from that, which you can make a lot of money if you guys are interested in social media. You definitely get into it.
Forgot to mention that we also
I hear that.
vacation, if that means anything to you, in Europe, in Scotland and stuff,
Abby,
because
I
a lot of
know
my
you're
family lives out
rich.
there. I also create content. I love video games. I don't have a job myself because I'm really focused on academics, but doing something like you talked about doing would be really cool. I'm not the mole. I promise you.
Okay.
It's information.
So, what college do you want to go to?
Oh, yes.
And do your parents plan on funding it?
So yes, they're gonna fund it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how much it works because with my parents, it's never been an issue. They've always been very clear that we're really lucky and we have the ability to support you in whatever you want to do, which is why they're not hard on me for my grades. My dream school is
She's definitely
UCSB,
rich.
or I really want to study abroad in Europe or Asia, something like that.
Who funds your college?
Okay, so I'm actually on full ride to USC on Questbridge, which is a scholarship for people in Connecticut, a local scholarship.
Do you pay for everything else,
poor people.
expenses, or
Yes, yeah, I do. I've been working since I was 15 as well. I was working in a restaurant when I was in Connecticut. Yeah, and then I started, actually making money from brands.
I'm so bored. Don't tell them.
You decided to vote Chandra out? No hard feelings.
I would have still voted
be
for
in
Abby
your
if I'm being
presence
honest.
'cause you're poor.
But then he typed out this long paragraph.
I had been voting for Chandra since the beginning, and I feel like she had known what the value of a dollar was because she saw her mom struggle, and she wanted to make a better life for herself because her mom stressed that Chandra needed to be financially independent to live a better life, and then everyone kind of just agreed with that.
Hope you guys got the mole. I think they voted me out because I
They
said
got the mole,
that it was through scholarship. why would she need a scholarship if she has so much money, and that like I have a high work ethic, so I think that's why.
If you want to keep playing, raise your hand on three. 1, 2, 3.
Never mind.
Phosphorus 3, you guys successfully voted Campbell out, and you guys are going to prize together.
It's gonna turn green.
Phosphorus red, the mold is still in
If it's red, it's out. It's green. It's green. It's green. What did I say? What did I say?
I'm going to count to 3, and then on 3 the mold can reveal themselves, okay?
I knew it.
Yeah, so I've grown up like low income, you know, my whole life. Westbridge is actually a scholarship, which I am on full ride for low income students who are like high achieving. Like it's also been hard because it's like my mom, she, you know, has gone through like substance abuse. Like we lived in a motel room
Don't
and
give them a
with like
sob
all of our
story.
animals, and you know, we had to like
We're here to
like
support
feed them
you. Yeah.
all the stuff in like my life. I've just grown to be like really grateful for, you know, and just like not take anything for granted.
Like that's so awesome.
Yes, yes, rub that money in your face. I mean, I would rub all that money in her face. Yeah, poor. You can't feed your horses now, or whatever animals you have in your house, your living room that lives with you. All right, well that's it. I don't know. That was short.